Hey, you know that moment when you open your banking app and don't instantly tense up? When, for once, you actually smile instead of closing it right away. You're not calculating if that extra coffee will wreck your budget or wondering if groceries mean noodles for the week. There's a point where that shift happens, and it's not the number most people expect. Most people think you need $1 million to feel rich, or at least six figures to feel secure. But there's a smaller number that quietly changes everything: your behavior, your mindset, and even your emotional state around money. Once you hit it, your entire relationship with money transforms. That number is $20,000. I'm Ryan, and I study financial psychology, understanding why some people naturally build wealth while others stay stuck. If you want to truly understand how money works, not just hope it improves, subscribe, and if this changes how you think, hit like. Before I explain why 20,000 matters so much, think about what building wealth means to you. Maybe you picture someone born into money or someone who saves every spare dollar. But real wealth building isn't one long straight road. It's a series of invisible checkpoints that quietly change the game once you cross them. The first major one, $20,000. It separates people who grow wealth from those who stay trapped paycheck to paycheck, and most don't even realize this milestone exists. Think of it like pushing a boulder uphill. At first, it's exhausting, and you wonder if it's even worth it. But once you reach the top, something shifts: momentum. The boulder rolls on its own. That's what 20,000 represents: the moment your financial boulder finally crests the hill. Before that, every dollar feels like a struggle. After it, progress begins to happen naturally. The real shift isn't even mathematical, it's psychological. When your balance is near zero, your brain operates in survival mode. Every decision comes from fear. You take jobs you dislike, stay in bad situations, and agree to things you shouldn't, because you can't risk losing income. This isn't just being cautious, it's biological. In survival mode, your brain literally can't plan long term. It's like trying to organize a trip while your house is on fire. All focus is on survival. Once you cross that 20,000 mark, your brain relaxes. You regain mental space. You stop asking, "How do I make it to next payday?" and start asking, "How can I grow this money?" You shift from reactive to proactive. A Vanguard study found that even just $2,000 in emergency savings boosts financial well-being by 21%. Less than a laptop's price reduces stress because it signals safety. And once that cushion grows to 3 to 6 months of expenses, around $20,000 for most people, you gain another 13% boost. More importantly, your mindset changes from survival to building. Now, this is where math starts helping you instead of fighting you. Let's say you save $1,000 per month and earn 8% annually. It'll take roughly 19 months, about a year and a half, to reach your first $20,000. That's 19 months of discipline and saying no. But the next $20,000? It comes faster, about 17 months, because now your first $20,000 is earning returns. Same effort, better results. That's compound growth at work. By the third $20,000, the gap shortens again. Your money's doing more of the work. When your portfolio hits $400,000, that same $20,000 appears in just 5 months, automatically. The first milestone feels impossible. Every one after gets easier. Many think wealthy people have secret access, hedge funds, insider info, but this isn't about privilege. It's just math. If you invest $1,000 and earn 10%, that's $100. On $10,000, the same return is $1,000. Same percentage, completely different outcome. That's why $20,000 feels like a real turning point. Before that, your returns are too small to feel. A 10% gain on $2,000 is just $200. On $20,000, it's $2,000. Now you actually notice it. At 8%, your $20,000 earns $1,600 a year automatically. That's your money working, not you. And the best part? You're not using special tools. The same index funds and brokerages are available to everyone. The only difference is scale, and scale turns effort into momentum. But building that first $20,000 isn't just financial, it's personal growth. You learn discipline, patience, and control. You said no to temptations and tracked your habits. That's not just money management, that's mastery. After that, a $4 coffee no longer triggers guilt. You've proven restraint on a much higher level. You also start noticing opportunities instead of emergencies. When you're broke, every surprise expense feels like disaster. A car repair, broken laptop, rent hike. But with $20,000 saved, those things become minor setbacks. The car repair is annoying, not catastrophic. The laptop breaks? Replace it. Rent rises? You can move or negotiate. Even better, new possibilities appear. A friend pitches a business idea. You can invest $5,000. A property deal looks interesting. You can evaluate it seriously. Your boss mentions a conference. You can afford to go. That's what money attracts money really means. It's not luck. It's that resources create options, and options create opportunity. Around this point, your focus shifts too, from small expenses to big ones. When money's tight, you obsess over every dollar. Cereal brand, gas type, coffee size. But with a cushion, you realize those choices barely matter. Even an extra $3 coffee every day adds up to about $1,000 a year. Not ideal, but not life-changing either. The real impact comes from big decisions. Housing, transportation, savings rate, investing. Those define your path. So instead of micro-saving, you start optimizing big levers. Where you live, how you earn, how you invest. That shift frees mental bandwidth for what matters. Your relationship with work also changes. When you're broke, your job owns you. You can't push back or quit. You depend on that next check. You have zero leverage. But with $20,000 saved, everything flips. You now have walk-away money. You can quit safely, take a break, or find something better. It's not recklessness, it's confidence. You can negotiate firmly, say no to unfair demands, and explore new paths. And ironically, you rarely need to spend that money. Just knowing it's there changes how you act. You project calm confidence, and people respond to it. You get trusted more, offered better roles, and often paid more. That confidence creates a feedback loop. Better behavior, better outcomes, more confidence. But here's the trap. Many people reach that $20,000 mark, feel relief, and then spend it. Maybe on a car, vacation, or something to reward themselves. That's a mistake. That $20,000 isn't a prize, it's your foundation. It's the seed that grows into freedom. To put it in perspective, the average person spends more on cars over a lifetime than it takes to reach financial independence. Between payments, insurance, maintenance, and gas, cars cost $600 to $800 per month. Over 40 years, that's over $400,000, all for transportation. And when you drive a new car off the lot, it instantly loses around 20% of its value. You're not just spending, you're destroying wealth. If that same money were invested, it would grow instead of disappear. Cars are emotional. People want comfort, status, reliability. Fair enough. But that $30,000 car isn't really $30,000. It's $30,000 that could become $200,000 in 20 years if invested. Suddenly, driving a used car feels less like a downgrade and more like a power move. The person with the older Honda often sleeps better than the one with the new BMW. This thinking expands into everything: housing, hobbies, education, vacations. You start viewing choices through opportunity cost, not to kill fun, but to act intentionally. And once you start doing that, you realize you don't even want half the stuff you thought you did. That larger apartment? Nice, but maybe not worth delaying freedom 5 years. That luxury hobby? Fun, but the cheaper version might feel the same. It's not about deprivation, it's about direction. Choosing what truly matters. $20,000 won't make you rich overnight, but it changes everything. It marks the shift from survival to stability, from reacting to life to shaping it. Start building that foundation today. Your future self will thank you, and you'll be amazed how different money feels once you cross that first real threshold.